Okay, here we are. Now we're live. So this is the March meeting of the Board of Directors of the Vermont Media Alliance. We've got Emma Preston,
Hi.
Ray Albinson, John Andrews here. That's a quorum. We only need 3 for votes. We have them, so that's great. This may be something we want to wait for the others for, but we can change the lineup of officers if we want to at this point. I'm happy to continue doing what I've been doing, but I'm also happy to hand it off if somebody else wants to.
Well, what exactly?
So we're required by law to have a president, a treasurer, and a secretary.
Okay.
The treasurer and secretary can be the same person as they are now. That's right.
Okay.
The president has to be separate from those two.
Okay.
And that's basically it.
Oh,
we could add other roles if we really wanted to.
Okay.
I don't think that there's anyone else who wants to serve. Of a burden on people. Hi. VMA meeting?
VMA?
Vermont Media Alliance?
Yes.
Yes, it's here. Come on in. We're doing it via Hangout.
Okay.
3 of our board members can't actually be here, so. I'm serving as president.
Okay.
There we go.
Here you are.
Yeah, it froze for a sec.
Okay, so Tim just joined us. I don't know if you saw him come in.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And he's a new member.
Oh, great.
So do we want to try to do any switching around of officers at this point? Or should we stick with what we've got and see how it goes? Do you have a burning desire?
Well, I'm not sure, what exactly that you do. So I guess I would need a little more information before I would say yes.
All right. Well, we'll not do any new elections of officers at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with secretarying and treasuring.
Okay, great. So that's that. We now need to approve the meeting minutes from January, treasurer's report for 2014, and the annual meeting minutes for 2014. Has everyone had a chance to check them out? Yeah. So I thought we'd just do it all at once. We'll need a motion to do that.
I motion that we, what is it, close?
Approve.
Approve the minutes.
And a
Seconded.
Okay. Any discussion? Nope. That's the way we like it, nice and easy. So all in favor of approving the minutes and the treasurer's report?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. The ayes have it. That's done.
Okay.
So status reports. This is just a chance for us to check in.
We have to serve the alcohol that is from one of the
Uh-oh, pausing.
And it won't all rest on Pam's shoulders. In any case, it'll be a great event. I'm going to try to figure out how to get there, even though I have to teach the next day, which means getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Partying.
Just stay up all night. It's fine.
I guess I could just stay through.
Mm-hmm. Just
Yeah,
power through.
yeah. I
That's
have to
great.
be present the next day, though. That's the problem. That's the problem with this teaching thing. You don't have to be there that much. You just have to really be there when you're there.
Well, prepare for the test that day.
It's fun. So that mixer has really come together nicely. We've had co-sponsoring the Vermont PBS. The ED of the Green Mountain Film Festival has been super helpful. Fresh Tracks is sending someone with some wine to do tasting and sales of By the Glass.
Cool.
So I think it's going to be big.
Nice.
See what's going on. We've got the acting work. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to thank you, too, for your response in that particular question from Lars about what was going on with the
With the film festival and all. Yeah, that was interesting.
Hmm.
So the other things we have going on are there's an on-camera acting workshop tomorrow here at VCAM, which we're not sponsoring, but we let Richard Waterhouse use our payment system and reservation system, and that seemed to work really well. It's the first time we've used the system.
Has there been any success with that? Is there?
They're doing it. Yeah, they've got, I think, 9 signed up.
That's great.
We're 10, so yeah, I think that's going to be good.
Good.
And basically, we've got this whole payment system set up because for our membership fees, which makes it really easy for people to come in and forward the money right to Richard.
That's awesome.
Next fees.
Wonderful.
So that's happening. What about this film finance panel? Is there any progress on film finance?
I haven't gotten any further with it. Stuff has been just crazy around here. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. But this is the challenge for all of us is that we're a bit.
Well, if there's anything I can help you with, let me know.
Okay. Thanks.
But I'd also we had that email from Steve, I believe it was from down in New York on budgeting, and John was saying that it might be good to incorporate that because once you have the budget, then you need to do something with it. Or you need to create a budget to get the money. So it kind of goes hand in hand. And the gentleman says as long as he's aware of what days and if he's available, he said he's willing to come up here for free, no charge, and talk about what exactly all the programs and stuff like that they have, and probably help people out with budgeting questions.
Okay, cool.
So I would need a date on that.
Right. And his company produces budgeting software. They do production management software, so as far as scheduling and costing and stuff like that, so that they can do all that.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
They provide all of that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Great.
Cool. Do you know what's his name again?
I believe it's Steve.
Okay.
I can get you his information, but I've worked with him a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I have a few people who I talked to about being involved with it. I think Bill at VCAM was going to talk about Kickstarter because he's done that as a panel before, and then I had Deb Ellis was interested, and there was someone else who Tara knew she got in touch with, but it's just like getting to the point of trying to organize everyone's different schedules.
Yeah.
And I've been really swamped. So
maybe what we should do is talk to everybody, find out what their schedule's like. At the moment,
No, nothing's planned. I think, the lawyer with whom I'm working on the fundraising campaign for my feature is Eli Moulton, and he said he'd be happy to do some sort of workshop at Merritt and Moulton, where they have a little conference room, equity fundraising or alternatives to equity fundraising.
Oh, nice.
Using the Rule 504, which means you don't have to
You guys there? Can't hear anything.
April, maybe we could do it there. So, I don't know if Bill's planning to travel down for that, but Bess O'Brien, I think is it Bess who was
Yeah, that's right.
I think easier for her to make White River than Burlington. Easier trip.
Oh, okay.
And
She's in St. J. or
probably
near
be
there.
easier for Steve too, because he's coming from New York City.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe we should try to tie in something with White River.
Okay.
Maybe if we can, what's the dates of that? Maybe if we can ask everybody if they're available those particular dates.
Maybe set up a doodle poll and see. I think it's 20. I don't remember exactly. It's in the 20s, like right at the end of the month, I believe.
Okay, cool. That's a good idea.
Okay. So new business. I want to talk a little bit about fundraising because we're definitely running on fumes when it comes to member dues. And it would be nice to try to rustle up some sponsorships. I was wondering, Luke's not here, maybe I can volunteer him to be a kind of business contact as someone who has a business down in Brattleboro. Maybe he could talk to some other people who are running these production businesses and marketing businesses and see if they could kick in a little something sponsorship. I was in a conversation with Nate Beeman over Facebook this week about the need to have someone who's paid to promote the interests of the production community. There's a limit to what we can do as a bunch of volunteers.
Right.
And one thing that I suggested was if the businesses that are actually profitable doing this in this state got together and each ponied up X dollars, $1,000, $4,000, then maybe we could hire a part-time executive director who could actually do some real lobbying and some real marketing for us. In the meantime, this is kind of what we do, I guess. You know, try to get our together, try to build out the network, let people know that these media makers exist in this state, and try to be a voice for them. So fundraising, the other thing I thought we could try to create a middle membership level, so we put the affiliate level, which is free. Maybe some of those affiliate members would be willing to pay some little amount to become something like a supporting member. That wouldn't be the $25 a year, but $10 a year or something.
Yeah.
You know, something small, or $5 a year even, and you get that times 50, times 40, and you have something to work with. That would be easy enough to create with our software. Just create a new level and invite people to upgrade to that if they don't want to upgrade to it. I mean, $25 a year, it's not that much.
Right.
So
Yeah.
people have been willing to pony up.
Well, there's a lot of people that are not sure exactly where we're going and what we're doing. And I think a lot of what we need to do is to start inviting people to come and listen to us and chat with us and see where we're going.
Right.
And, you know, I know that we have this, which is great, but we're not really sure if everybody's out there listening on that. So it would be nice if we could just say we're hosting this one time deal where we could just show up at some place like a VCAM or a CCTV or something and say, you know, all media people want to come over and we'll talk about the VMA and what our goals are.
Well, we've got the mixer in Montpelier. Great venue for that.
Yeah, and we might be able to pull in some more people that way.
Yeah. I guess we just have to try to provide some sort of value to the members we have, even if we're not, we don't really have the resources other than our time.
Yeah.
It takes a certain number of people putting in a certain number of hours together to make things happen, which is how the Montpelier thing happened. We're doing that without spending any money, really, which is great. All our fun.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
The Montpelier thing, is that just networking, or what is that?
Yeah, it's a time to socialize. It's right after the ceremony that closes the Film Slam at the Green Mountain Film Festival.
Okay.
It's not connected officially with the film festival. There'll be a lot of filmmakers around. That's just a time to get together. Hetty Topper's sponsoring.
And if you just joined, it's right on our calendar. There's a calendar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
we need to make. Oh, Ray, could you do a Facebook event for that mixer?
Yeah, good idea.
Facebook Master. Thank you.
Certainly can.
Another thing that we talked about at the annual meeting that maybe deserves a little more coverage now is some sort of website development, more content to the website, getting members to participate maybe by posting. I just sent out a call to people to start chapters if they wanted, and that's one way to bring information into the website and share with the world and with each other what's going on. But we might also look for some members to do some monthly blog posts or something. They've got it's a WordPress site, so it's very easy to do the blog.
It would be nice if we had somewhere on there each chapter available.
Exactly.
So that way if someone, for instance, someone couldn't go to the one in their hometown, they could look for another chapter and they could go and attend that one, and they did, meeting schedule.
Yep. I think hopefully once we have 3 or 4 of them at least, and then we'll go from there. Once we get a few, we can put a map up that maps them out. We'll use the Google Map with the little markers.
Yep.
And it'll be on the events calendar. One of the requirements of starting a chapter is just that you have a meeting every month or every other month.
Right.
Let people know where it is,
Right.
when it is, and we post it publicly so people can find you.
We've been kind of in the dark in the Montpelier one temporarily because of the holidays and
Yep.
get in the way. But we want to try to revamp for April.
Great.
And have a meeting in April. So we'll, as soon as we get it.
So would that be you and?
Yes,
Okay.
and myself.
So you guys would be the founders of that
Yes.
chapter, and you would be the contact, I imagine.
Yeah, Saquana and I were talking about April.
That's great.
And Lars is pretty good about letting us use the room down
Yeah,
there.
that's
So, the local
before.
support, yeah. So.
I wonder who we could approach about doing web, doing a blog post once a month or so. Bill Simmons is a big blogger, but he may already be doing it too much.
He hasn't been keeping up his blog as much, so maybe we could inspire him to do a custom one for us.
And John O'Brien is the first person who mentioned this idea to me, so that means he's going to be approached. He just finally got internet, I think, at his farm. So he can make use of it. It would be nice to just get some people from different segments of the community. I guess that's something that we can figure out and discuss over email and try to come up with a list to approach, or just email people that we think would be good for it. And should be as inclusive as possible. There's no one that I shouldn't say that. I don't think there's anyone I wouldn't want writing. And they're going to be the authors of their own work. So
one way to find out, I guess.
I'm not much of a writer, so I always have to have people look over my stuff because there's still a lot of words. My writing tends to.
It takes me an hour to write.
Yeah. Yeah, but you do a great job at it.
Well, yeah, that's an hour of fine work. Rewriting and writing. What else do you? I can't remember from the annual meeting. I feel like there were other suggestions for the website. And the issue is that we don't have anyone who, again, we don't have a paid person who's got hours of content or managing content. So to create content on the website, it needs to be crowdsourced in some way. Spread the responsibility around. So I think our best strategy is to try to get members to commit to.
How about we put something up on there saying that anyone would like to help us, please feel free to contact us, and maybe we could make a list of what we're looking for help, so that way people are aware of exactly what we need, and see if anybody's willing to help us get started.
Yeah, let's do that. We can send an email out to the group so that they can find it on the website. Okay, what about events? Any new ideas for events that we'd like to try to?
Well, the suggestion was to go around and just start getting in touch with a lot of the, various places that are doing media and just kind of, saying we're hosting, maybe we can contact them saying we're hosting events that we have currently set up. Or if you'd like something, if you'd like to have filmmakers come in your area, maybe we could, meet, set something up where if they provide all of the media people for the meeting, then we could show up and do a presentation about what our goals are and what we're planning on doing.
So like community access stations.
Mhm. Yeah, stuff like that, and just say, here's who we are, here's what we're doing, and it would be nice to have something officially written down too, so that we can pass.
Right. We could transcribe whatever we have on the website as far as description of what we do. One thing I think we need to be mindful of is that we are a business league, and so there are not that many people making their living in production in the state.
Right.
Ray, you're one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Luke is one of them. You and I and Tara are not among them. So I think we have to be careful that we're recruiting people that are going to, I guess, benefit the most from amateurs and aspiring professionals will certainly benefit. But if this is going to be an effective business league, we have to be sure that we have a pretty strong ratio of professionals to amateurs, I think.
Yes.
To be taken seriously as an organization by the public, by legislators. The goal eventually is to be a group that represents the kind of the business, the professional media makers, and that can lobby on their behalf, so that if there actually is a viable production industry in the state, and we're still sort of figuring that out, then we can hopefully let people know that that's the case.
Yeah.
So as far as recruitment, I do think that's a good idea to go to people where they are. We might also encourage members to reach out to their friends, or just, like, bring your friend to church day. The VMA. If our goal is to double membership this year.
I was going to say that might be a membership aspect. Say, if you bring on 2 to 5 people, then you get a year's of the main one, the $25 one, for free.
That's an idea.
And if you have, between 1 and 2, then you get the middle membership. If we go for that, then you get that membership for free. Just kind of self-promotion.
Yeah, kind of like the deals thing, where if 3 of your friends buy this, then you get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Works on me.
Yeah, well, we could certainly do that if they bring in full members.
Yeah, and then if they bring in full members, then maybe they get like 2 years free or something. I don't know how you want to work that out, but you'd have to figure out what your numbers would be to work out equality.
Right.
So.
It seems to me that it's once you know about the organization, there's not really an obstacle to becoming a member at the affiliate level anyway.
Right.
There's no reason not to do it. So it's partly just the challenge of getting the word out. And it seems like most people should know at this point, but I don't think they do all.
You're going to have things to pass out at the mixer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we've got our little cards.
The little cards that we get. Because I still have a few of those, and I keep handing those out when I can.
Good.
So yeah, and maybe encouraging people to bring a friend to that. If you know someone else, in media, bring your friend. I can do that in the Facebook invite for that too.
The exact opposite of an AA meeting. Yeah, those are good ideas. Any other new business from the board?
Well, I'd like us to see us come up with some more events coming up over the year. Obviously, we would probably like to set something up for the fall with the film festival, obviously, and we've got the April thing that we're trying to work on, so that would be good. But I'd like to see us get some more events going, so that people feel like we're doing something worthwhile, that might be, worth. And I'm just trying to think of what, because we're having the mixer, which is kind of, here we are, here's about us. Then in April, would you have the forum with the, budgeting and the fundraising, film fundraising for your film kind of thing. What would be something else that people could attend? Maybe find somebody that could host like a training on lighting or training on camera.
We could do some technical training.
I'm just trying to think of other things.
Well, whatever, we can go to the members and ask them what they want.
Yeah, have like a day where you have makeup, wardrobe, and props together, showing where you can get and how you can get and what you can do and that kind of thing. And makeup artists can show off their work, something like that. We want to do, and then maybe another point of reference too is, again, people need music or catering. Maybe go into somewhere in that realm. Talk to local businesses that serve food and say, we're hoping that our businesses will expand and that we would need caterers, maybe have them bring in samples or something and have like a
little expo sort of.
Yeah.
Production services.
Yeah. Production. Yeah. That would be wonderful. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's generate a list and pass it around the board, and then we can send that out to the members and do as a survey or something.
Sure.
See which ones get the most interest.
Okay.
Build from there.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good. And if we have anyone who can sort of talk or do like an interesting lecture, something like that could be good too. Or even do that in conjunction with a festival, bring someone in who's good at talking or has a good presentation about some topic that would be interesting to our members.
Yeah, I'd still love to do a story event. I've been trying to get in touch with Hawk Ostby, but he's a hard man to pin down. And another option would be to do sort of a regular story hour, maybe at VMA or somewhere else. However, I'm not willing to commit to driving up here once a month.
Right.
From Brandon. We could do story hour in Brandon, maybe.
There you go.
But I think story is another area which we could improve Vermont media makers. All right, let's move on to member input. We have one member here. Input all you want. Why did you join up?
Bill, I met Bill, and I worked in the industry a lot. I moved here from Alaska about a year and a half ago, and I contract with Google. So I've been doing a lot of that.
And what kind of work are you doing?
I have been working with local businesses with their online stuff, with doing virtual tours and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been up to that and doing a little bit of video work here and there.
Is there somewhere that you want to go into, something you want to, what's your kind of your goal?
No, not really. I lived in Hollywood for 10 years and did a lot of that stuff, and did production in Seattle for a while. So I have a lot of different experiences. I don't have any hard goal. So, but I have a lot of experience with writing and internet and graphics, computers, all that fun stuff. So and cameras. So yeah. Back to your website. I actually, when I joined the group, I couldn't navigate. I don't know if there was a problem with the website at that time. But I joined and then it froze, and I tried to. It asked if there's like a place to enter my business card,
right?
And it kind of panicked on that or something. So I stopped and left, and actually I forgot to go back. I meant to go back later. But I still somehow managed to join because I keep getting emails. Yeah, there was a little bit of a, I don't know what the problem was, but it seemed like there's a problem, at least with that part of the website.
Right, which is a plugin coming in from our software provider. It may have been a member find me a vendor, but it could have been. I thought it was the WordPress site. It sounds like there's some issue.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll go back there and look around and see if I have other ideas to help with
Yeah, good luck with that.
doing that. In terms of, I don't know, getting people to join and having their friends join and whatnot, and giving people free memberships. If you're hurting for money, that seems like a good idea. So I think of other ways to give them value benefits, like if someone does need help with writing, get them in touch with that, or if they want to learn how to do cameras. I don't know. There's a whole lot of different ways you can approach it. Additional value that they would be able to get.
Maybe some of the events that if we do any events where they're charged, maybe they can get into a certain number of events for free or something.
Well, that is what they get now. That's
Yeah.
If you're a full member paying $25 per year, it's free entry into events that we put on, assuming we raise enough money to put on events by ourselves. And then the free membership, I think there's enough value already in just having the listing out there and being seen and connecting with people.
Right.
I don't feel like it's a question of making a case, but just getting the word out. And
I haven't tried it, but is there a way to connect with the person? Is there a way to
like
email them?
Facebook sort of thing.
Well, on our website, we see the person. Is there a way to contact that person?
Well, email them.
Okay.
Use whatever other means of contacting. We're not an additional social network.
No. I just meant that if you click on the person's name, you can connect you with them.
So,
In a sense, like you've got their information. Or
well, the email address is listed. So
is it?
if they want it to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, I guess my concern isn't so much I do want to build membership to the extent that we're missing people. If there are people who are not members who should be, just because it's a good thing for that, and for our organization as a whole to be more fully represented, then I want to find those people. And with the free level of membership, I don't think it's too hard. Like essentially really interest data, that's production directory. That's great. The harder sale is getting people to pay some money to finance whatever operation we have.
Right.
And for that, I think we just need to keep doing stuff like run some events and local.
Yep.
Value.
Exactly.
We can't do that, then the experiment fails. If we can't do it, then it succeeds.
Yeah, because we need to present something that is going to be effective for our members.
Right.
And if they have some place to go, some place to learn, some place to get information, to communicate, all very, very much needed. We need to build our community so that we are effectively working everything. So that we have our community. And like you said, we need to find sponsors. We need to find potential investors for this kind of thing. That's.
Is it set up to where it's like you can navigate around really? Is it set up to where I can go and find catering or cinematographer? Rick? Okay. That is kind of like a,
Yeah, because you can type in the search what you want,
yeah.
and it should pull up everybody that's listed in that area.
Good.
Yeah. So I think the website becomes more valuable the more people from production directory, more complete resource
Yes.
with 80, 79 listings. It's not as useful at all. I don't know how many people are out there, but I suspect it's at least twice that.
Here's another thought too. I know we want professionals, but maybe also look at like colleges, up and coming, students that want to become professionals as well. That's another, another aspect, another thought.
Yeah, I suppose. I certainly don't mind having students, but I'm not sure what they bring to us as an organization. But the production director, yeah, I guess it's so briefly, but they're cheaper than professionals, but our professional members may not want that.
That's true.
Competition either.
That's true. Okay.
Tim, what are you looking for from an organization like this?
I just wanted to meet some people that were in the see where Vermont is. I had really no idea until I met Bill. Told me about this. He told me about a few other companies and mentioned that one of the colleges has some pretty good production thing going on. So I just like come see.
Yeah.
Where everybody's at. What they do.
Well, hopefully our mixer will bring a lot of people and people that we can connect with filmmakers since it's from the film festival. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the core purpose of this group is just to do that, to connect us with each other. And I live down in Brandon, a very small town, and there's one other film guy in the town who I already know. So starting this group is just to sort of build that network out.
Right.
If it's going to be possible to make a living here or make good work here, we really need to be more connected.
Exactly.
What about like financing opportunities that there are a lot in Europe? What do you guys do for that?
For that, people are doing everything from Kickstarter to equity raise to debt, credit card, and otherwise.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of production going on. There are no state tax incentives at the moment.
Yeah.
There's no state home office.
But that's another thing too, is I'd like to get to a point where investors can rely on us to have quality people so that anybody from our end could approach investors with projects and they could pick and choose if they wanted to do. That's an eventual goal I'd like us to have, is to have, and the only ones that would be able to touch base with them would be the $25 membership.
So sort of, so you would create some sort of, I guess I don't quite understand that.
So, like, people who don't mind investing in projects that may or may not make it. But in some cases, I think there's like a tax write-off if they don't make any money out of it, that kind of thing. But there's some people who don't mind throwing some money at a project.
Connecting investors.
Right. But investors would have
tolerant investors, risky.
Right. But that's the thing, is we have to prove ourselves that we have professional people, so on and so forth. But it would, there would be like a certain aspect of our membership that would be able to touch base with them, and if they wanted to reach out, we can kind of be a little bit of a go-between kind of deal. But that would be an eventual thing. Obviously, we can't do that now. But if we get to the point where we can do that, then at least there's something out there for the filmmakers to have another option besides the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would be legal for us to do as a nonprofit.
Gotcha.
But we definitely can. Certainly, the more people we sign up, the stronger the community. It's the easier it is for an individual creator to have a team that is working at a high level.
Gotcha.
So giving people an additional advantage to join for
Well, anyway, it's something to think about.
We could try to create one thing that would be legal, I think, would be to create a film fund of some sort, like a nonprofit. Some grant.
PBS, they give you a bumper sticker. Something wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, sticker.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Show your VMA pride.
and maybe that could be an eventual thing, is just create, from investors, create a grant. For their own.
Yeah.
But that's,
We
like I
have
said, it's not, and it's a down the road kind of thing,
Yeah.
but it's something that I'd like to see later on when we're at a good place. So,
Yeah, we're still building at this point.
Mhm.
We're making slow but steady progress. Anything else? I think we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so let's close this meeting. 2:47, 2:48. Thank you, Ray. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. See you soon.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't see you in person this time, but next time.
Maybe next time. Maybe we can
Yeah.
meet in Bristol next time.
That's true. Something very central.
All right. Take care, Ray.
Yeah. Bye.
bye.